season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Panthers. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
He was trying to get it to his fullback, Mike Tolbert. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
Newton now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. In motion, Safarian Jenkins. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he's got room. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 34 yards. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. First down, Winston. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton now on second down. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Throwing on third down, Newton. surveying the field. He's going to go for a big play. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Bené Ben-Wickery on the tackle. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. But it's caught by Shorts. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
They come up in an offset eye. Jameis to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
When Shaq Thompson declared for the draft, I said he should be a running back in the NFL. He said no way, he'd rather hit people as a linebacker.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on third down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On third down, Winston. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
From his goal line here, Newton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for 3rd down.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Another pistol look here. Back to the ground now with Stewart. And some room to work. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he was running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But, boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
Newton on first down. He hits Stewart in the flat. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. This give is to McCoy. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now Stewart, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll roll him out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton with his... Down of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. A second down throw for Winston. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now Jameis on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lewis Murphy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get up.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Newton now on second down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. And Dixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now it's Martin, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. On third down, Winston. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Anger. Brian Anger. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
It's caught right side, Dixon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alteron Werner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give them 11 on the gain there, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
That was a pretty scramble there by Jameis Winston, but I've got to tell you, partner, if you just put him in a regular event, just watch him run, you're not going to think that he's going to do that, but you turn on the bright lights, Jameis Winston can run, wiggle, and pick up first downs.
Goes underneath to Martin. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Jameis now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Here's Humphries. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
So this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down, Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There goes Doug Martin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. Newton. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, it would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll be first down, Panthers. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
There's no doubt that his size is a factor, but I've seen a lot of big running backs in the league not have that kind of impact because they don't run like a big back should. Get behind their pads, as they like to say, lower center of gravity, and knock people backwards. Sometimes they run too upright and take too many hits. Not this guy. He knows how to get low, break tackles, and gain additional yardage.
A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's three levels: defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the third level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
They come out here in the eye. Now Newton. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it'll be second and goal. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brandon, we've seen an incomplete pass and an attempted run, not getting them anywhere at all. I'm not sure they're committed on this drive about what they want to do. I just wanted them to say, listen, let's line up and run this thing and make it 4-down territory.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Newton takes it himself. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of his end zone, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the tight end Luke Stocker was the target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 2nd down, Martin. So he got 3 on 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35.
I know I'm not in the rooting business, but I really like this kid, Austin Safarian Jenkins. Good catch there. I'm just hoping he can stay on the field and have some good health.
Now the Bucs hoping so too. Limited to 16 games total his first 2 seasons combined.
He is quite a target for a young quarterback. Jameis Winston can grow with this guy, and boy, they can be a dynamic duo.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They run it again with Martin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They come out here in the eye. And the big tight end shifting around. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Oh, Jameis Winston still down. Must have been shaken up there on the last play. Let's hope he's okay. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver, Lewis Murphy. And that's going to make it fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3,
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Shift together here from the D-line. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Stewart is the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing on third down, Newton fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And an alley to run. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, 38 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And we certainly know that Cam Newton can do just that. He had 10 rushing touchdowns last year and a nice one there.
And it wouldn't surprise me if one day that number got up to 20 if they so chose because of his frame. One of the bigger, stronger players in the league, especially at his position. When he carries the ball and gets a full head of steam, you're dealing with a full-grown man.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 55 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They give to Martin, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Glennon. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Glennon, that's caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock. Now, let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. There goes Jonathan Stewart. And a cut to the right and some open field here. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The busy night continuing for Stewart. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Newton. This is intercepted. Picked up by the... And now the rookie's free. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
They'll run for it with Martin. And, oh, he stops short of the goal line. And the defense celebrates as they've won the football game.
So a two-game losing skid here, Charles. Certainly not the end of the world, but really they need to stop it right here.
They've got to come together as a team. Can't just rely on the coaching staff to tell them to stop. As a team, get together, make up your minds you're going to do things a lot better going forward, and end this two-game losing streak.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower, and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now. Coming to your city, sending bass into your earlobes, like your bleached out hairdos. We glowing in the dark, got the spark, about to flare the fuse. That's just how we do. To Geronimo, parachute, sky